Hello and welcome. I'm Steve Grizzetti, co-founder of MoviePix.com and author of the MoviePix Guide to CyberLink PowerDirector. And here we are on the welcome screen for CyberLink PowerDirector. Now in a moment we're going to go into the full feature editor. That's where we're going to spend most of our time. But first let's take a look at some of the semi-automatic functions that are built into the program. This is part one of an 8-part series we're calling Basic Training with CyberLink PowerDirector. And in part one we're going to look at the basics of just starting a project. But before we go into the full feature editor, let's look at these two semi-automatic editors. One is called the Easy Editor for editing video or putting together a simple movie automatically. And the other is the Slideshow Creator. They work very similarly, so let's work through one wizard here. Click on the Easy Editor. And that opens up our Magic Movie Wizard. In step one, we import our video or our photos into our project. Import some media files here. We'll just grab one. Hold down the Shift key. We'll grab 3 or 4 of them here just to test it out. And those files get imported into the wizard. Then you click the next button and you choose a style. These are templates for your movies and they're going to add transitions, special effects, and titles to your movie. So why don't we choose this postcards one? Very nice. And we click next. And now we can choose to add background music. So I'm going to select a nice song here from my collection. And you notice that my music is 4 minutes and 42 seconds long. And you can see that my movie, though, clips are only about 1 minute long. So you can set it to set your movie length based on either the length of your audio or the length of your video. It makes more sense to go by length of video in this particular case. So we'll click Next. And now the program will analyze the video clips and it will use its template to create the movie. Here it is. And if I click the play button, we can see the movie. That's kind of cool. We got a generic title there, but it has dropped the video clips into these little frames so that they look like postcards. And then it transitions from one to another. These are actually very cool, aren't they? Now, once we've got our movie, we can click on Edit in Theme. And when I click on that button, it opens up this little theme designer where we can customize it. We can call our movie California Dreaming. We can customize some of the clips. We can customize how it uses a template to create these little postcard transitions. We can change our music and we can even add additional effects to it if we'd like. We'll click OK. And now we've got our movie, and if I click the play button, you'll see that it now adds our custom title. And when it's all set, when we've got our movie to where we want it to be, we can click the next button and we have the option of either producing the video, outputting it immediately, or sending it up on the internet, creating a DVD or a Blu-ray disc of it, or sending it over to the full editor for advanced editing. The Slideshow Creator works very similarly. It also opens up a magic wizard, and here you can import your photos. You can add style and music, choosing from a template, of course. You can preview it, and you can send it into production or send it over to the full feature editor, just as you can with an easy editing magic movie. So let's cancel that because the real heart of the program is the full feature editor. Now the full feature editor is pretty cool. One of the things I like about it, it makes it very, very simple to set up a project. About all you need to choose is the aspect ratio of the project. Now you can change this aspect ratio right here, mid-project if you'd like, but I highly recommend you choose the aspect ratio in advance because it can make things shift around if you start changing the aspect ratio mid-project. So in this case, I'm going to be working with widescreen video. That's from an AV-CHD high-definition camcorder, and we'll open up the full feature editor. Now by default, the program will open into the last project you worked on, but it's very easy to start a new project. Just go to File, select New Project. And once again, here you can change the aspect ratio as needed. Now we can begin editing. The program is smart enough to figure out the rest based on the media files that we add to it. But before we start editing, of course, we have to add our media files to our project. And that's what we're going to do in part 2 of this 8-part basic training series. I hope you'll stay with us. I'm Steve Grizzetti. Hope to see you again in part 2.